do you think of some music behind us?
I don't care. As long as it's not shitty.
No. It's actually stuff like that Sunglasses Kid album, that kind of stuff. Bam.
Squad. Bam.
Is here.
Squad.
Claustine's here. Gaston is here. What's up, guys? See the chat on the screen, which is kind of cool. Trying out some new settings today.
Zach, stop.
Zach, stop.
Zach, stop. You're gonna get in trouble. I don't care. Is it better with like light on me?
Wait, hold on. That's a little bright.
What about it now?
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, never mind. You should have no facial features at all and just be completely washed out. That's perfect. Girl, you look good in any light. Hey, any comrades, eh?
Tell me your secret.
Oh, Gaston is Mortimier.
Ah, Mortimier. Mortimier.
Star Mike's here.
Oh my god, Star Mike? He's
Bam.
famous. Mike, me and you and Eric are gonna jam sometime. Okay? Good. I'm gonna jam on the bass. That's what the bass sounds like. We're gonna play exclusively Rush, but only the easiest songs. So like everything from their first album, pretty much.
Those are the easiest.
Well, they're easier. And like they're like way easier on drums because Neil Peart wasn't on that. Yeah. And he wasn't writing the lyrics either, so they're easier to digest, if you will.
Did you hear that?
What?
That was the sound of a new
Thank
new
you.
subscriber. I did not have the This is a sexy motherfucker. You can
Hey.
full on swear in here, that's fine. Ex Ryotan, welcome. Zephyra, welcome.
Do I know how to-
Zato, welcome.
I think I do.
Oh,
1 second.
Zato is now following. Guys, check the new GIF. Imith from the guild made this for us. You know what? I think I'll need to extend that because it's not staying on the screen long enough. Actually, thank you for doing that, guys, because now I can test that out live. Bam.
Squad.
Still funny.
Bam.
Squad. I thought you were bae, but you were just fam. We got a host. We got a host going too. Oh, I didn't set that setting, so that we got the default setting on that one.
This is like the worst camera ever.
Oh, you didn't take the other one?
No, I didn't take my proper one because I forgot.
The proper?
And also I ran out of time. Because I was
Proper
like, I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm gonna continue doing my makeup on the webcam. That sucks.
These guys don't mind. Do
Bam.
you guys?
Squad. I found another lipstick. Let's put this one on top.
Somebody type something in the chat for me. I need to see that chat box pop up in the middle. I think we need to change the size on that one.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
Guys, dare me to chug this 5-hour energy? Can you imagine? I should actually probably save it for work though, just in case. Oh my god, do you know it would be like a friggin' great challenge? Eating a ton of these like little Listerine strips? That would suck, would it not?
It would suck. You won't.
You won't? You won't? I found some lip gloss. Let's stick that on top.
Not drinking a gallon of chocolate milk. Wait, how fast does the chocolate milk challenge affect you? Can we get through the hour of the show and hold it in?
No, it's pretty much immediate. Ew. I dare you to eat that lump. Oh, you ate it? Oh my god. One time when I was little, I put an entire roll of bubble tape in my mouth and I started chewing it and it like liquefied and I had to spit it out, but I didn't want to lose it, so I spit it into a bowl. I was like,
What's up, Nameen?
Nami.
Happy Friday. To any of our Australian friends,
Tell me a secret.
happy Saturday.
I got some Altoids.
You get auto-modded? That's funny. Here, we're gonna allow it. There
we
you
have a
go.
mod now? What the fuck?
We haven't auto-mod. We have, like, it's mostly supposed to catch racial slurs. So,
Oh, okay. I'm not down with that.
right.
Everything else I am completely down with.
How's it-
Especially them dank memes.
How are the sound levels, guys?
Oh my god, it's Grand Negus, hey!
Grand Negus! What's up, man? But how are the sound levels? Hers, mine, music? Zafira. Sorry. You need to just get good. Chat room style, I guess.
All the lipstick I have is nude colored, and that's like the color I don't need.
Because you're nude under there?
What?
Because we're all nude under there.
Under where? Oh!
Underneath.
You got me.
That wasn't even intentional.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Do it on camera. Nice.
You won't? You won't? I will, though. I'm in a weird mood, guys. But
Good.
this is not good. That's bad. I'm fairly nude except for all the shapewear I'm wearing. Because everybody can see my body. Obviously. I'm not gonna. I need to say that for work. Like, sometimes I get so tired at work because I've been up all night raiding. You know how it is.
Priorities.
That's right. Our team got normal interest down last night. It was amazing. Fantastic. And highly recommend. We're going after heroic at some point. Can you guys do this? Apparently not everybody can do that. But it makes you a really good harmonica player because you can like easily switch notes. It's called a U-hold.
A U-hold?
Yeah. Also looks like a vagine. Wait for it.
Vagine.
Wait for it. Mm-hmm. Also. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
Wait,
That's
one sec.
cool. It looks like it never stops
I
twirling.
know, right? No,
It
wait,
looks like it
wait.
just keeps twirling.
Watch this trick.
What the what?
Oh,
Oh my
man,
goodness,
I
you're
don't-
gonna crash Twitch. Hey, so fluffy!
Fluffy boy. So fluffy. So fluffy. And now he is gone. Hey, I'm not that fluffy. I lost like 30 pounds this year. You know how?
How?
Stress. And not eating. Yeah.
Stress
Do
and
not-
not eating, or
yeah.
stressful not eating, or
Stress and not eating. I don't recommend unless you don't give a shit about your body like I do apparently. Or I don't, or whatever. Whatever proper grammar means. I don't know. Like
there's 20 people in here for the fucking pre-show.
I'm
No
gonna
fucking
Oh, I just did. Wait.
How do you
So
do
if you pre, like, you're not actually preing,
what do you
right? Well, if you're gonna pre, then while you're doing it, and once you have preed, it's not a pre anymore. It's post.
mean?
Or pre.
Except that you're referring
I'm going to
to
presently
the little bit.
pre. I'm going to presently pre till it's post.
No. I'm gonna pre is still pre.
Okay, I'm gonna pre.
Yeah.
I'm presentlying. I have posted. Right? That's grammar. That's
you go.
grammar.
Grammar.
Grandma.
Zafira, I'm not gonna answer that. You draw your own conclusion about what pre means.
Pre. I know what it means. I know what it means.
Do you?
No, who did it? What is this? These headphones like mess up my hair. Like I spend half an hour doing my hair and then I
Use
put
earbuds.
headphones on it. And
Use earbuds.
that's a good idea. But it's too late now.
It's not too late.
You know, it's too late for?
What?
It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Hey, how many people saw that?
I know where you're going with this.
Was that One Republic? Is that the band?
Yeah.
How many people saw them on fucking PBS? How many people saw their PBS special?
I saw that.
Everybody's seen it.
I seen it.
I guarantee at least 15 people in the chat room right now
What's up, Grizz?
saw One Republic on PBS at some point in their lives.
Oh yeah.
Also,
it's a Grizzly Adam. Barry
And
the
or Barry Manilow.
Wait, I talked over you. Or what? Mary Manilow?
Cats or Barry Manilow
Cats,
on PBS.
like the musical?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Those Altoids are really spicy.
Who is One Republic?
That's fine. You don't need to know.
You don't
they
need to
only
know.
They only did that one song.
Yeah.
It's too late to apologize. Yeah. Hey, let's play a game called How Many Things of Kleenex Do I Have in My Work Bag? One.
Okay.
2.
They're an Owl City cover band, said Gaston.
3. If somebody gives me the lyrics to that song that they did, that Firefly song, I'll sing it. Play.
Wow, 4. Jesus. Are you still going? Why do you need more than one of the... Well, I guess more than 2 of those to begin with.
coming to the end, fam.
Fam.
Fam. Squad.
Squad.
Yeah, that's it, I think. Wait. No. I found a menstrual tampon pad, napkin, menstrual napkin. That doesn't count though. Okay, I guess that's it. All right, let's play how many granola bars I have in my bag. One. Two.
Ooh.
Three. Okay, now let's play how many bags of nuts does this have in her work bag.
Oh,
One.
man.
2.
2 bags of nuts. More? Oh, God. There's more than 2.
I gotta have my nuts. That's my wallet.
Very nice.
Mean? Now everything's all spilled out all over the floor. You would not believe your eyes, because I've done a lot of guys. Not me, but the dude who sings that song. The Owl City guy. Fam.
Squad.
Squad. I'm here. Come here. Come here. Oh. Do we not look exactly alike?
Aw.
Damn.
You got that hug.
God.
I don't know about this nameplate shit. I'm just playing. Just playing. This may not stay.
Do we not look exactly
Aw.
alike? No, that's not true.
You got all the babies. All the babies.
My cats. My cat.
It's a bell train. They want to know if the doggo came out of the magical bag.
My work bag? Nah.
Can you see chat?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sorry, I was just dealing with cats and dogs.
Dwight, stop! You're gonna get in trouble.
Sex stop.
What's up under Stan? I mean,
The hardest
Platinum? I mean, Platinum Monkey.
boss in interest. Probably the last one. I don't know. See, the problem with League Normal is that we were out gearing it, but like you still need to wipe a whole bunch to get the mechanics down and everything. Because we don't out gear it that much. We just, gear it. So we wiped a lot on the last 4 bosses and mostly the last boss, but I think it was just because of the mechanics, and that's a good thing because that means that like most of the mechanics in the last 4 bosses are like super unprecedented. Like there's a lot of things that I've never seen before, and like sure there are some things that reminded me of other mechanics, but most of the mechanics were like completely new and different and interesting. So I'm not sure yet, but I'll get back to you on that one. I think it's too early to say if I liked it better than TOS, but I definitely liked everything about interest for sure. It was fucking awesome. I don't see myself getting like bored of it anytime soon. And all of the fights were just like so different and so beautiful that I'm really looking forward to just like digging in and getting heroic and getting that done. I've got so many pets. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like the last boss has 4 fucking phases and then they just keep getting like more ridiculous. So I think we're like starting soon. What are you doing,
2
Thorn?
minutes. I don't know. Can you see the screen? Because I set nameplates for us.
How come mine's in quotations?
I don't know. That's just how the thing's set.
It was like,
Do
oh,
you not
it's
like it? Should I
this.
take it down?
The W on my wrist? Nah, that stands for Paul McCartney and Wings. Not Winger, not Weezer, not Wonder Woman, not Waylon Jennings. It's if you don't know the band Wings, it's Paul McCartney's band that he had after the Beatles. And they did like Maybe I'm Amazed. Well, Maybe I'm Amazed was technically solo Paul McCartney. Okay, bad example. They did like stop it, Live and Let Die, and Band on the Run, and stuff like that. Yes, Jet, love Jet. Obviously, I mean it's fucking tattooed on my body, so I better like most of their songs at least. Bam.
Squad.
Saw, dude.
Let's try this one instead.
Saw, dude. Saw, dude. Ah. Don't you hate when your dog puts his butthole directly onto you
Yeah,
and you
I
can
hate that.
feel it and it's like a warm balloon end?
Yeah, I hate that.
Don't we all? Band on the run. Blim, 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 blim. And this tattoo, hang on, says Len, which is the name of a Canadian band called Len. It's actually like some initials that are important to me, but like there was a Canadian band called Len and they did that song Steal My Sunshine. So like my whole life, especially in Canada, people are like, oh, you must really like that band. And I'm like, fuck, nobody likes that band. Are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous.
All right, it's time.
Oh shit, okay.
I'm going to change our thing. Everybody bear with us a moment. All right, and we are back with episode 14.
Wow.
Welcome back. Happy Friday.
That's a lot of
Friday night.
episodes. It's Friday. Friday, driving home on Friday.
That's what I should have played over instead, huh?
Gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal. Which is the cheap version of cereal.
Oh, is that like the kind that comes in the bags?
Yeah, it's like a Skirple instead of a Sharpie or whatever.
Skirple.
Skirple. Let's use that instead. The 33-cent store. You fat cats didn't finish your plankton. Stop licking my arm. Stop.
And yes, happy Saturday afternoon to our Australian friends.
Yes, our Australian friends.
We've got some changes to the stream. To the stream. And now you're leaning on me, so you're out of frame a little bit.
Bye.
But you just sit the way you want.
No. I was getting away from dog licks.
Oh, okay.
You know when you have dogs and like you expose your skin, not like your private skin, but your skin, and they have to like lick it because they are addicted to human salt.
Yes, the wonderful, wonderful human salt.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So welcome everybody. We're Lagging Balls. We do a weekly podcast about Blizzard games, except for StarCraft, and that we've been recording that on like Sundays lately or whatever, so they've been coming out on Mondays. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, and SoundCloud, and a bunch of other places that we're not even aware of because they just like show up. But this is not the podcast. This is a 1 hour a week. Thorn and I get together separately on the internet, and we talk about random bullshit because we always seem to get into these weird bullshitty tangents on our podcast, and our podcast is quite specific. So we come here so you guys can see us because people like looking at us because we're funny looking, and we talk about weird shit, and people like to watch people talk about weird shit, and we like to talk about weird shit.
It's true.
So here we are talking about weird shit.
Hi, I'm Thorn, and I like to talk about weird shit.
Do I look weird with my
Friday
eyes
nights.
crossed? Wait, I lost it.
A little bit. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That hurt me a little bit.
You okay? Your eye socket's all right?
Oh, my eye socket's
Blink it out. Blink it out.
Speaking of like hurting, I went to the emergency room this week. A lot of you saw on social media. I was talking about it. I'm only talking about it too much. I don't like talking about ailments and stuff like that. I think it's just, like some personal thing. Like some people don't mind it and some people are a little more private about it. But I've been having problems with my left leg, like right where the leg like connects with the crotch is where the pain starts, and then it like shoots down my leg. So it's hard to walk and it sucks. So I finally called up a doctor and explained what was going on, and dude's like, oh yeah, it's just like a muscle spasm, or you fucking pulled it or whatever. Oh yeah, bup. And he's like, wait a minute, have you been on a flight recently, like a plane? Have you been on a plane recently? And I was like, yeah, because BlizzCon was a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Why? How do you know? Get out of my life.
Yeah. How do you know? And he's like, oh yeah, you might actually have a blood clot, so you should probably go to the emergency room. And like, I had no idea about this. Like, apparently, flying can give you blood clots, so that's a thing. And if they break, apparently you can die. So I went to the emergency room, and they took me in immediately, and they made me take off my pants. And like 2 people came in and like touched me on the leg and the crotch. And then they wheeled me away to the vascular lab where I got an ultrasound in both legs. Damn. And yeah, they didn't find it. There's no blood clot. Like I just fucked up my leg somehow. So that's what's been going on with me, besides working and stuff. So
well, I'm glad there's no blood clot.
Yeah, I'd rather live. That'd be cool.
That's a big deal. That's a bigger deal than most people know. So.
Yeah, I had no idea. So, the more you know, if you fly, if you've got like weird, I don't have any swelling or any like visual signals of anything, but apparently like they don't always 100% like show signs of being there. So exactly. chat room. Like, better to be safe than sorry. You just go in, they had it checked out. It's all good. I mean, it's all good. But yeah, so I just kind of brought that up because tonight we want to kind of talk about stuff that grosses us out, because we're talking about weird shit all the time.
Yeah.
And you know, we just wanted to show you guys that, like, we're real people too. There's stuff that grosses us out as well. We have limits.
We're
not
real people
hard
too.
limits, but yeah, we've got limits. So
Lagging balls, they're just like us.
yeah, except a little bit lowbrow and lower class.
A little bit.
A lot bit. Fam.
Squad.
Squad. Sorry, that's a Vine.
We are a little stuck on Vines lately, guys. So
Lately,
I mean,
I've been stuck on fucking Vine since Vine died. Because
my
I
God.
wasn't stuck on Vines during Vine. But when they died, I was like, no, bring them back.
well, they were, individual ones were like on YouTube and stuff while it was around, but then it wasn't until it was gone that everybody did the compilations.
Yeah, that's true. Those compilations are wonderful. If you guys would like some recommendations, join our Discord and I'll post them. Sam. God. So, let's begin, shall we?
Where should we start? What's the
Let's
first thing
see.
that, when you think of something that grosses you out, what's the very first thought that you get?
Okay. When I was in like grade 4, my friend put her finger in her nose and pulled out a booger and ate it and
what?
ate it.
Oh,
Just ate it. And it's like,
straight in front of you.
you know, like people like pick and flick or like pick and wipe or whatever. I can
Yeah.
understand that. I don't do that. I don't recommend that. Like, just get a damn tissue. But, like, for the love of God, do not eat it. You know, like, it's. And, like, it was so gross that I remember it now that I'm an adult.
Ugh.
And that happened ages ago.
That's nasty.
Like, grade 4. Yeah. So, I don't know. I think that's what I'm thinking of first.
Okay. I am a little squeamish about blood, so that's the sort of thing that kind of comes to mind to me first.
Yeah, me too.
Blood and poop are the first things that come to mind
Blood
for
and,
me.
like, bloody poop.
Well, that's kind of the worst. I guess that's the best of both worlds, or the worst of both worlds.
Yeah. It's like when you go into a stall or like a bathroom and like all of the like gross stalls are still like available because nobody wants to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like I don't want to offend anybody here, but when I moved to America, it just seems like all of the bathrooms, like 90% of the bathrooms are just disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, they're absolutely gross.
Doesn't that make you wonder, like, don't people want to not deal with that? So why would you be the one to do it? And why is it that every bathroom ever, anywhere, has some asshole who's doing it?
Some asshole who's doing it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Pun
I
not
don't know.
intended,
Like,
but okay.
it's just sometimes stuff happens that's a little bit out of your control.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't say, I don't think that I've ever had like a bathroom issue that like put me in that category of like person who like, you know, made the stall unusable. I don't think I've ever been in that situation before.
But even if you, let's say you were today, let's say that happened to you today, okay?
Okay.
Would you just leave it?
No, I mean, no,
That's my
okay.
point, though, is like,
Okay, and I understand that there definitely are some people who will just make a complete mess out of a bathroom and leave without trying to clean it up, at least a little, you know? Those are the same people who just like, you know, take a wrapper off something and throw it on the ground, or, you know, like
is
they
that
have
it?
something in a
Is that the
Walmart
same, that's the
and
same
then
mindset,
they
you think?
put it somewhere else because they don't feel like putting it back or whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But
See, I didn't put those mindsets together, so that's interesting. See, I didn't draw a correlation between, you know, basically littering, right? And
right.
Is this like they weren't taught to like put their toys away as a child? Is that?
I mean, maybe. I think it just some some people aren't taught to respect. No, that's not it either. I think just some people have trouble connecting the dots between like, oh, I made a mess in the bathroom, I don't want to clean it up, which equals somebody else is going to have to do that. And, like some people aren't thinking about that person when those things happen.
Yeah.
It's just like how, when you go up to a cashier and get angry about a product that they've had absolutely nothing to do with, it's like, I didn't manufacture this. I
don't
it's
work
not
for
my
that company.
fault. I literally just sold it to you. Like, it's not, I was just like the transaction person.
Wait, so you think those are the same as well?
I have a feeling that they are.
The people
but,
who will yell at a cashier for something that they're not satisfied with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if we're okay, so can I depart to chat for a moment?
Yes, please,
First of all,
because I'm getting distracted.
Platinum Monkey says, I eat the shit out of my boogies. So
I know.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
Dazzledorn says, in high school, a girl I was really attracted to spit up into the air about 6 to 8 inches and then caught it in her mouth and swallowed it. I lost all my attraction to her. Now, in retrospect, it's kind of hot.
Wow. See, people change.
That's like that vine of the girl blowing the giant vape cloud, and then the close up of the like dude. I think he's like a European guy, and he's like, "Wow."
Wow.
Namin says, I may regret saying this, but sometimes you get drunk and do terrible things. See, that's different though.
Yeah,
we're
that's
not talking
totally
about
different.
like we're talking about everyday gross. This is like going to a public restroom and there is shit everywhere, and
Just
like
everywhere.
I mean, there is like I feel like there's everything from like a poo smear across the floor to like a poo smear across like the side of like the what do you call the area that you sit in? The stall. Jesus.
You're
To, like,
stalling.
I mean, like, there's to a lesser extent, like leaving water everywhere. Like making a mess with water, like just like making a mess, washing your hands or whatever the hell you were doing in the sink, and then leaving water everywhere. That's
In
also
high school,
still
I
like
used to do that thing where you take a wad of toilet paper and you wet it under the sink and then you throw it up on the ceiling and it sticks there and then it dries.
ew.
I did that all the time. I was such an asshole.
Was
I
it
mean,
just like did they stay or would they eventually fall?
oh, they would just stay. But you had to get the consistency right,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that there are some exceptions. Like sometimes when you make the biggest mess in a bathroom stall, like would you not be like super sick? Probably.
I
Like
guess.
so maybe you just want to go home. Like you can't clean it up because you're just like so insanely sick.
Yeah, so let's say you were in a situation where you were having diarrhea and you had to puke at the same time and you're in a public restroom. I feel like that's the situation where you can't help it. Right?
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
one end of you is using it and the other end of you needs it and can't use it. Okay?
Right.
So like if you're at home, you could grab a side trash can and take care of things at the same time. But in public, not so much, right? So what are you going to do with that? Like you're kind of stuck. You're kind of screwed on that. So I feel like that's a situation where you can make a horrible type of nasty something in the bathroom and not be able to do anything about it.
Right.
But I feel like that's a really specific exception, Because
Right.
more of what I'm talking about is like the random smear or like stuff left on the seat. Like, don't tell me you didn't notice that you left something on the fucking seat, man. Like,
Right. I don't
and
know,
like, okay,
just-
let me talk about like a minor version, right? Dudes who pee on the toilet seat, just like straight up
like do you guys
pee into the toilet
notice?
with the seat still down and just get pee all over the seat and then leave, just walk out, and like they're okay with that. They like I don't know. I feel like it's less of a ha 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 that's there for the next person and more of a just didn't even register, didn't even think about
I've
it.
definitely sat down in that before.
Oh,
It is not nice.
I feel like you
It
have
is-
to like learn the lesson that you should never do that or never like that you should always check.
Well,
I
I
guess.
didn't do it. It was somebody else's.
No, not that you do. Not to do that. I mean, like, not as in not to pee on the seat. I mean to never sit down without checking the seat. Is what I mean.
Right. In high school, on like 3 separate occasions, like I was using the banister, like holding the banister going down the stairs, and I was always wearing these like massive platform boots, right? Always, every single day. So I had to hold on for dear life to go down the stairs. And like fucking 3 times, like there was spit right on the banister, like
Come
on
on.
purpose. So gross. And what else? There's like in Canada, well, I guess in some other places, but mostly in Canada, you can go and buy like these things of moose pee because
What?
well, when like moose are in heat and stuff, they cover themselves in pee to find mates, like to attract mates. Because the pee is so pungent and like their like territories are like so far apart, like you only see like 1 or 2 moose within miles of each other.
Okay.
So I won't get too much into that though. But so on a few separate occasions, like my high school had this like central staircase, like 3 stories or whatever, and somebody would just drop a whole shitload of moose piss in the stairwell. So like everybody, like it would just smell on every single floor. It was just awful. Like that smell is bad. Like it's bad news. So I don't know.
That's amazing.
There's just like some smells that freak you out, Like for me,
is that a
it's
common
like,
Canadian one that like everybody would know that one?
I'm not sure about that, but it was pretty bad. But like, what kind of smells just like can you not deal with?
Puke.
Okay.
Easy. Puke is a
Okay.
horrible one. Cat pee.
Yeah, cat pee is like
Makes me nuts.
cat pee is like less gross and just more like painful,
Yeah. Like I get what I assume is a simulated headache from that. I would doubt that it's a real headache, but it definitely feels like I'm like immediately building a headache from being exposed to that smell for even a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It was like the it's like some kind of like what is the word I'm looking for? What's in cat pee?
Ammonia?
Ammonia. Yes, that's it.
Is it actually in cat pee or does it
Yeah,
just smell that way?
yeah.
Okay.
That's why like some people will use it as like a theft deterrent. Like
A theft
if-
deterrent
yeah, like you can just like spray people trying to break into your house or whatever.
with cat pee?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Okay.
of that.
What about that episode of South Park though,
Wait,
like when
wait,
they were
hold
using
on.
cat pee to cheese and then they'd go into like heavy metal land? Is that real?
To cheese.
Chat room, can you please find out if that's real?
What does it mean to
Cheesing.
cheese?
You haven't seen that episode?
I don't remember. I don't remember things. That's why I get to watch these over and over and feel good about it.
They were just like getting cat pee on their face and then they'd like start hallucinating and then it would go into like heavy metal. I love heavy metal. It's so good.
Okay, I remember that. That's right. All right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for me it's like sulfur, like rotten egg kind of smell.
Isn't that ammonia?
And no,
Oh, right.
I think
Yeah.
kind
Okay,
of
right.
it.
Yeah, no, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. I don't like that. It's a bad smell. But you brought up puke, so let's talk about that for a sec. Because we knew it was coming. Okay. When I was little, I was at school and it was summertime and we were all lined up after recess for the fountain, like the drinking fountain.
Okay.
We were all lined up. I had a puppet on my hand of like this like lizard or something. And it was like my turn to go. So I got to it. And then you know how like little kids just like kind of barf? You
Yeah.
know, just like randomly
Yeah.
for like seemingly no reason. I puked into my puppet.
Oh no.
And then I puked into the surrounding area, like all up into the water fountain. So all of the kids had to like change water fountains. And then in grade 3.
Wait, was there a line for the water fountain?
Oh
when this
yeah.
happened?
It was
Oh
a
no.
way long night. I was after recess on a hot day.
No.
Yeah. So
No.
yeah, I was that kid.
That's rough.
So alternatively, in 3rd grade, we were all standing in line waiting to go out for recess, and it was winter. So we were all in our like super huge all-encompassing little kid snowsuits because it's Canada, right? Like
Yeah.
most of us had like these giant onesies on. Like you'd get all up into it, zip up like right up to your nose, and then scarf
and like barely
hat.
be able to move because you're like so.
You can't move. Like if you want to like turn your neck to look around, you have to turn your whole body. You know?
Yeah.
Because you're all wrapped up. Anyway, so I'm just like standing there in the line like a little kid does, just waiting for the recess bell to go, and I just like barfed all down my front, like all over my winter clothes. And
it just slid then too, right? Because those are like waterproof.
No, not really.
Right down.
Not really. And then it's just like all over the floor. And
Did
so
you get
everybody had to like
snowsuit?
I don't remember, but probably.
Oh.
It was bad news. So everybody had to like leave the room and stuff. So I'm trying to think of like more weird barf stories, but I don't really have any besides those two.
I don't, but we have a couple of stories in chat here that we missed. So let me go back. Let me go back to poop for a moment.
Let's go back to poop.
Mendragorn says, I had someone in the Navy called the Phantom Shitter. They would just randomly be piles of shit stuck to the wall at head level, no handprint, no idea how it got there.
Ew.
That is an interesting hobby.
But at the same time, slightly
stall,
impressive.
Yeah.
Like you have to be committed.
Yes. And let's talk about a minor thing because Arsenic said this. The grossest shit is people who don't wash their hands after using public restroom. I have people at work who are like this, and it drives me nuts because like I will be in the restroom with them and I'm leaving and I'm like they're like talking to me or something like that, and then I'll watch them just like casually keep walking like they'll like wait for me while I'm washing my hands and not do anything. And then like walk ahead and like grab the handle and open the door, and I'm like,
no,
not touching that.
No, not touching that. Not touching that. Not touching that. I agree. Like it's not even like the stuff I do in the bathroom. Like I'm assuming it's pretty tame, you know, like I don't know how like my regular bathroom trips go compared to another human being. Like, should I like outline what I do? Like when I get up from my desk at work, go to the bathroom. Maybe this is different than the other, but I don't know. So you go in, lock the door, and then, you get like...
We're going to get Twitch banned, aren't we?
Depending on like whether you need to go one or two, like one, you get like bottom naked. Two, you get completely naked, right?
Yeah.
Because you're going to get sweaty. So let's just say, I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm just kidding. But you sit down and you go, and then hopefully you wipe, and then you stand up and you flush the toilet with your shoe, and then you wash your hands. And then you try your best not to touch anything on the way out. And that's how it goes, right?
Right.
But like, you never know what people are doing in there. Like some people go to the bathroom just, to have a quick nap. Like I've never ever done before. But some people are going in there because like their butthole is itchy on the inside, like who knows? Who knows what they're doing? So like, you never know. Like that person, the itchy butthole person, could be the same person who doesn't wipe their hands. And then they're like touching everything that you're touching.
Yeah.
What I'm always worried about is like my phone. It's like my phone, just like my hands are touching it like constantly. And it's like, it's got all the stuff that I have had on my hands, and now it's on my phone because I will touch it always. Like it's always priority number one, Like if I had a penis, like my phone would still be priority number one probably.
Yeah. Then
my penis, like as in like touching things, like that would be number two instead of number one. And we're not talking about like, excrement anymore. I mean like in terms of like things that are important, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just
Arsenic says itchy butthole person is using the doorknobs to scratch the itch.
Interesting. Because like at work,
that'd be a high butthole.
Those, like it comes in, like you can get your pants.
Yeah.
when you have like jeans on and like you accidentally get hooked on like the fucking door and you're like, ugh, what? Like, you know exactly what happened, but you have to look, right? You're just like, what happened?
Yeah.
That never happens. That's never happened to me before.
I've ripped clothing on shit like that.
That's another thing that's embarrassing, like getting shocked or surprised or scared or... Okay, does anybody do that thing where like if they drop something, they make this face? You know? Like...
Yeah.
And then, like, I know I'm making it, and it only lasts for like half a second, but I feel stupid for doing it. I'm just like, oh shit.
You did that really well.
It's because I do every time I drop something accidentally, I make a face. And it's
How's it go again?
It's stupid. I hate it. Oh my god. It's bad. But but yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I think I do that too. That's why it's so funny.
Everybody does it. And it's just like, you can't, like, if you ever like have an occasion to see somebody accidentally drop something, it's probably already too late to look at their face because you're probably just looking at what they've dropped. But if you can, when somebody drops something or is fumbling with something before they drop it, they're going to make a fucking face and it's going to be the most hilarious thing you've ever seen. So, but yeah. So, chat's talking about some urinal rule. What is that? Because obviously I don't know that. What is that?
Okay, so the urinal rule is that you don't line up next to another dude in the urinal.
Like
if there are three
like if you're
and he's
getting
in the
on
right one, you don't
bus?
go into the middle one. You go to the left one, opposite.
Okay, that makes total sense to me.
Like you give more than the requisite space because. Thanks for all the follows, by the way, guys. That's cool to hear that.
Thanks for following us.
Working out. But one stall next to another stall is the requisite space, but that's not enough if you are alone. If there is extra space to be had, it's like that Vine, two guys chilling in a hot tub.
Because they're not
10
gay.
feet apart because they're not gay.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Because, the furthest away from the other guy's dick as possible, basically. Yeah.
So, I have to ask, like, okay, do you ever get the urge to look at the other guy's penis?
No, but I am self-conscious about my eye placement in there, especially in like a crowded bathroom.
Right.
Because I don't want anybody to think I'm trying.
Oh. Like when you go into a store and you've got a backpack on and you're like, oh, I'm totally not going to steal anything.
Yeah.
I happen to have a backpack.
Right.
Or like when you see a cop and you're just like, should I look at you because I'm innocent or should I not look at you because I'm innocent? I don't.
Right.
Like, are you gonna think I'm guilty of something?
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Why do I feel this way?
Past. There's on my way to Penn Station, there's always like a gaggle of police officers standing near Madison Square Garden, and like I pass by them all the time, and like I want to smile at them because I'm just like, hey, police officers, thanks for keeping the streets safe or whatever. But I also don't want to do that because I don't want to be all like, I'm not doing anything. I'm foreign. I mean, not foreign.
I am foreign.
But I don't know what you're talking. I'm allowed to be here. I'm legal. It's all right. Like in age and in status. Like, don't kick me out, please.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm just trying to be friendly. Because like in Canada, a police officer will pedal by on his bicycle, and you'll be like, "Hello, constable," and they'll be like, "Good day."
Is that the proper term, constable? Yeah,
and in America, it's like if you look at somebody cockeyed, they'll shoot you. So I don't, like my instinct is to be polite and friendly, but that could kill me. Yeah. So I don't know.
Desidor does make a good point. You are female and white, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yes, but I have been kicked out of the States before. That's has
true.
Happened.
That is true. Yes, at the border.
That did happen.
Milwaukee says his buddy worked with a chap that was originally from another country, and this guy would legit completely disrobe, fold his clothes, and leave them outside of the stall if he was going to drop a deuce.
That is adorable. Because
the fact that he
really
folds
sweaty.
them.
See, I didn't.
You see him like in the middle of the process before he's going in, like setting it down.
That's adorable. It's like, I know what you're about to do, and good luck to you, buddy. But I wasn't aware that people like disrobed for number 2 until I was listening to an episode of Smodcast, and Kevin Smith was saying that like he has to get naked to poop
Yeah.
because he gets so sweaty.
If
So
you ever wanted to hear like the real deal about pooping habits, check out old Smodcast because Kevin Smith will tell you everything.
He doesn't care. Like he'll just tell you everything. But
But somehow I'm not grossed out by his stuff.
I will tell you guys
I feel
something
like the
very
honesty
personal.
cuts the grossness.
I can't do it naked.
You've tried and you can't deal?
I can't do it. It's like trying to sleep without blankets. It's just weird. You know?
Sure. Yeah, there's like
It's like-
people who can't pee in public or poop in public.
Exactly.
I've known people who can't in public, so I would imagine there's multiple reasons why you just can't. So you've
Yeah,
tried and you just can't do it?
Yeah. It doesn't feel right. I feel wrong. I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just one of those things, you know? It's like you can fall asleep without blankets if you're tired and stuff, but like even if it's super hot out, like you still need a little bit of something on you because it feels correct, you know, at least to me.
I wonder if there's
So-
something evolutionary about that. Something like I don't know, I bet there's something in anthropology about that. About why it feels secure to be covered. I imagine it's something about like when in the caveman days when we didn't have something and you had to, you know, feel secure by
like a
covering
cover.
yourself with
Like
something.
that, like why dogs like circle a bunch where they go because
what is the reason for that?
well, it's because back in like, you know, wild dog days or whatever, they had to like make like a spot in the tall grass to go or whatever.
Oh, so they
I
were
don't know.
flattening the grass.
Yeah, or they're just really dumb.
Ah.
That could be a thing too. I
They're
mean, dogs are
dogs.
smart, but they're also really dumb.
Yeah.
Just like every other thing on the planet.
Yeah.
Especially people. But yeah.
So what
So
about
now you-
before a shower? Can you do that
Okay,
nude before a
so-
shower?
I'm going in to have a shower,
Yeah.
and if I have to do that thing, I'll do that thing, and then, you know, get back to getting ready to shower. You know,
So you
like,
will not disrobe before a shower.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because it's uncomfortable for you.
it's uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel right.
So uncomfortable that you can't go.
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting.
See how much I love
I
you
had a
guys.
thing-
I trust you.
When I was like a teenager or preteen maybe, I had a thing where like if I had to poop, I didn't like somebody standing behind me at all. And I don't mean like right behind me because how often does somebody stand like right up against you or anything
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
I just mean the idea of anybody like behind me. I just didn't like it. Was like
That actually reminds me of another weird, embarrassing thing.
I'll stand over here.
If I'm doing that thing, I can't even say it. I don't want to talk about it. If I'm doing that thing though, I can't look at my phone or a magazine or something with, like, I can't look at pictures of people I know. Because I just like imagine.
Like Facebook, like you couldn't go through Facebook.
No, I can't. It's just, and I can't do it. Especially if I'm like attracted to that person, like, and it, like, I know that because it stems from like being a kid and like, not a kid, but like a teenager, I guess, and just having like crushes on celebrities and stuff. Like, I can't look at my Ewan McGregor clips from fucking magazines of Star Wars Episode 1 on the can, but I can look at them any other place. So
Milwaukee, we've only been talking about pooping.
I mean, we've talked about other stuff.
I know. I just mean like recently. He asked what we're
Yeah.
talking about now. Pooping or jerking it. Fair question pretty much any time during this show. So,
I'm jerking it right now.
and I mean any time during this show, whenever this show is on in any format. Can you number 2 in public restrooms or at a friend's house?
Yes.
Yes. That is a big yes for both of us. Yes, pooping is what
Apparently.
we're talking about.
We're
And,
learning stuff about each other as well.
There you go.
That's nice. Bringing us together. um,
Do you like this parade of
great.
GIFs of people making gross faces?
oh yeah, it's really not distracting at all.
This little girl's cracking me up.
Let's see. What else is really gross? Um, I'd say that like human feces is like the grossest of all feces, you
That's
know?
pretty much that's pretty much the height of it.
Like I could successfully deal with animal poop, and I have done, you know, like I've had a lot of pets. I've been to a lot of farms and stuff like that. Like it's all good. But like a person's feces, like a human, like I don't know what's in that. I don't know what they've eaten to create this. Like I don't know what kind of person that is, you know? Like I'm not here for that. Like dogs, like my dogs, it's like
I'm not here for that.
I have like bought everything that poop is made of, you know? Pretty much. I know what that poop is made out of. But with another human, it's like you never know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what could be so gross about what it is, but it's just the fact that it came from another human. It's just like, no, absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
No.
That definitely
That
adds
being
to it
said,
for me.
like I don't, you know, I'm not judging people who like, you know, like that stuff, because there are a lot of people who like that stuff, and that's totally fine. But to me, it is gross. So
Fair.
I'm just saying.
Fair
You know?
enough.
And that goes with all of this stuff, you know, like all this stuff that we're finding disgusting. If you guys don't think that's gross, that's fine. We're not judging you, you know, because like, I don't know. I think everybody in the world has something that they think is at least kind of attractive or at least fine. Whereas like most other people or some other people would think that was absolutely disgusting, you know?
Yeah.
And I have a few of those. And like some of those things are quite controversial as well.
Like.
So, well, I can't say anything because I don't want to start controversy.
Ah.
There is one thing that I will not say, but I just want you guys to know that there is one thing that grosses me out. That's very controversial. And I agree with it. I think people should be able to do it however they want, whenever they want, but it grosses me out. And I'm not saying that it's like, you know, when somebody's, yeah. So, you know, when somebody is like super attracted to you and you think that's great and flattering and everything, but you just don't want to be with them because you are not attracted to them.
Yes.
You know, but then like they take it like super personally and their friends get angry at you. They're like, why don't you like my friend?
Yep.
Why don't you like my friend? It's like,
I remember that from grade school. Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't like your friend, but like I can't force myself to like somebody I don't like. And it's not that Sally is gross or, you know, or she's a bad person. It's just that I personally do not find Sally attractive in any way at all.
Yeah,
So
Sally.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why I said that name. I have a cousin, Sally. She's actually very nice.
She's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah.
Poor Sally.
I hope she's not Sally. I'm sorry.
Okay. Side story. One time I was having a conversation with someone and I made a reference like that. I was like, yeah, like some stupid girl's name like Stacy, and I was totally talking to a girl named Stacy.
What the hell?
I don't know.
That's like
I don't know.
I was in grade 11, I think, and my boyfriend was in grade 12, and he was graduating that year. Like when you're in grade 12, you graduate from Canadian high school, and so I went to his prom, and he introduced me to all of his friends as Diana, and that is not my name. And he doesn't know a Diana. He doesn't know why he said Diana, but he definitely called me Diana. Isn't that weird?
That is very strange.
That is weird.
I had I feel like I'm leading us on a tangent here, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. I had a time with friends from college, and this is well after college, where I was meeting up with them at a bar, hadn't seen them in a while, and there were these two that got married to each other, and the one guy's name was Jeff, but I was speaking to his wife.
My name is Jeff.
And I said something like, "Oh, how's Tim?" And I didn't realize at first why she was so confused, and she's like, fine, I guess, because we have another friend named Tim also in the extended friend group, but that would make no sense why I would ask her that, right? So it was confusing, and I was like, I realized a couple moments later, I mean, Jeff, wow. And then I realized the connection I had made. I had an old high school friend whose name was Jeff Timler, and I somehow extracted Tim from that, replaced it with Jeff, and used it in the. It was the weirdest thing. And then I explained that to her, which was really confusing, and she was like, "Okay, I'll see you later."
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
It was
'Cause
weird
you're
to begin
weird.
with. Now you've explained it all, and that's not
Yeah.
better. So bye.
You're a weird person, so I'm out. That's not. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird the way the brain can just fuck up.
Yeah.
And like as a
That was embarrassing.
podcaster, that's like one of the scariest things ever.
Yeah.
Because like you can just be talking and all of a sudden, without even noticing it right away, you can be talking absolute nonsense. Complete nonsense.
Yep.
And you don't, and then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm stupid. Just realized. Cool.
I feel like you're maybe not stupid if you realize that. I feel like it's more when you don't realize that and just go with it.
Yeah. You know what else is really gross? Outhouses.
Yes. Oh God, those
They
are just the worst.
They just smell the worst.
Let me ask you this: when there's a
Okay.
giant bank of them at like an event, if there's like a concert or whatever, and there's just like a huge row, do they dig a hole under those things? Is there a giant hole of horribleness under all that, or
How
does it
would
go
I
into like a
know?
bottom?
I don't know. Do I look like a outhouse
Have you never looked
person?
into one of those? Like I have.
No.
Like I'm. So I don't like this is we're talking about this being like the grossest stuff ever, but when you go into an outhouse, you've never used an outhouse and looked down to see where the hell that
Oh.
goes?
Oh fuck
What
no!
if
You
there's
don't
people
look.
under there? What if
you
somebody's like reaching for
insane?
you? Wouldn't you want to know what's
Oh
down
my
there?
god! I'm never using an outhouse again. I always try to avoid outhouses anyway, but like, holy shit!
Oh, Mandrew Gordon says no, they have tanks in the bottom. Okay, thank God.
No.
Because suddenly I was thinking, oh my God, all my favorite venues in the world have just like just under the surface are just mountains and mountains of poo.
Hey, you never know, right? I mean,
Thank goodness.
poop happens.
Phew.
Yeah.
So they have their own tanks and they get pumped after each event. What
Okay.
a job that is. Huh.
I wouldn't want
Eh.
that job. Absolutely not. I had a pet turtle for a
Bah.
while until he ran away, but that's another story. His tank, like,
What? Oh.
he would just
wait,
like,
how did you get to that?
no, it would just stink
The tank. Okay.
after like a week, and I'd always have to change it. And it was like a 25-gallon, like a 40-gallon tank. Like I could
That's a
fit into the
big
tank,
fucking tank.
and I would just have to clean it. And like I had the fucking big ass like filters and stuff, but
Drew's like,
didn't
I'll
help.
pump a poop tank. Fucking Drew, dude.
I'll pump a poop tank. I'll do it. I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Alien Socrates here has a tune in our raid team that
He's
has the word
here.
Drew in it, so we've been calling him Drew forever. It's not even his name,
Yeah,
but that's his name to us. So
that's like
Drew.
how my name isn't this, but I call myself this to my head now.
Yeah.
Like,
You
you know what, this? You really fucked up today.
you're just all
Good
in.
job, buddy.
You're
Yeah.
just all in. Merry Christmas. Shitter's full. Nice,
Shit, I was
Winchester.
full. Oh, dude, I can't wait. Okay, like,
Yeah, honey.
As
the
we
shitter's
get-
full.
as we get closer to Christmas, we can start talking about like Christmas shit and like holiday shit.
Christmas shit.
Yeah, like Christmas like specials and shit that we like. That's gonna be
Yes, that's a good idea.
Hits.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Before we go there, I have another story. Wait, you were still in the middle of your story.
how am I like Batman?
Sure.
Oh, cause I am the Bat.
I
am
the
the Bat. Yeah, I don't know if I'm Bruce Wayne or if I'm Batman. I'm actually Dr. Chase Meridian. We found this out a few
Nice.
weeks ago. That's me.
Hot.
Cause I'm like gonna be smart. I'm gonna have a good job. I'm gonna like live in a fancy apartment. But you know, I'm gonna go completely like balls out, like bonerific for man in like a leather suit. Not leather, plastic. Not plastic, rubber.
Thayer says, sounds like a job for a poop mage.
Yeah, it does sound like a poop mage. I'm not a poop mage though. I'm a fire mage.
No, he's going back to the
I know,
outhouses.
I was just, you know.
See,
I was just
that would
we're
be
just talking.
a real solution for this. It's portals.
Yes. If only there was some place. No,
her favorite Batman is not Kilmer. No,
it's
no.
Keaton. Thank you. Michael Keaton will always be my Batman.
Michael
and
Keaton?
whatever else he wants to be. How's it going, Michael Keaton? I know you're watching.
He's one of the 33. There's 33 people in here.
Hi, everybody.
Hot damn.
And Michael Keaton.
There's 32 people and Michael Keaton.
Yes. Sorry, there's a hair on my arm. So yeah, gross stuff.
Okay, so I have a related story.
Oh, is this that story?
It's not a no. Well,
You're not going to tell that
that one's
story?
for another time.
Okay.
Because that's really more about being drunk. But so this story is about the first kind of sort of date I ever went on. I say kind of sort of because there was this girl I had a really big crush on. This was like middle school, and I really, really wanted to go out with her. I wanted to date her. I wanted to, whatever. I wanted to be with her, and I can't remember how it worked out, but like my parents agreed to take her to Pizza Hut with us.
Nice.
So like that was like, and I don't remember if like they were talking about it being kind of a date or something like that, but then they invited her family too at like the last minute, and then it was like all of my family and all of her family, and then like a few of her extended family, and then it like wasn't at all, except that the only part that really stands out to me is that I got horribly sick and spent most of the time in the bathroom. So like
I'm sorry for that.
I was like so excited about this thing, and then it became this horrible thing, and then it became this way worse thing. And so then I like wasn't even around. So for like my first date, I was like, oh,
That sucks.
it's horrible.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, like, every time I get, like, really, like, anxious or excited, it's just, like, I have to use the washroom. I think maybe that's just, like, a human thing. I'm not sure. But that brings up an interesting point. Or not an interesting point, but an interesting idea. Next time, maybe we should talk about all the relationships we've ever had. Because that's the kind of shit people
that is a
want
good
to hear
idea.
about, right? Like,
Yes.
that's, like, I love...
Next
like,
week.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. If, like, I just met the person and the person, like, sits me down and they're like, "Fist, I just met you, but I want to tell you about every single relationship I've ever been in." I'd be like, "Yes, thank you. Please continue, stranger, because I want to hear all of that. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you."
Well, there's so much tied up in that, right? Like there's things that influence you to help you, like during like your formative years, that help you determine like what kind of people you want to surround yourself with, what kind of communication style you have, what you value in a relationship or in life in general. Like there's a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's a good topic. Good call.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. But we
Nice.
still have 10 minutes left. So,
Yeah, so let's get back to poop.
no, I don't want to talk about poop anymore. Like, what
Okay.
else is gross besides like things that come out of humans? Is there anything?
Gore, well, I mean, there's still humans, but gore is really gross.
Okay, let's challenge ourselves here for a minute. Is there anything non-human related that's really gross?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I subscribe to a subreddit called Nature's Fucking Lit, and sorry, I was approving a comment in chat. All right, Nature's Fucking Lit, and just the other day they put up, well, this happens all the time. They'll put up something from nature that's just like crazy, nasty, disgusting, whatever, but it's really, really cool. And so one of the ones they put up just the other day, I'm forgetting the name because it's a very scientific name, but it's like it's a fungus that's like goo, like a slime fungus, and it like hatches out of a seed looking pod looking thing. It's fucking nasty as hell.
Okay. I get that. I think so. Like, I just want to be clear. I love bugs and insects. They don't bother me.
Yeah.
But there's just something about dragonflies that freak me out. I don't know what I think it's their giant eyes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would never kill one. You know, I'm not going to shoo one away or whatever like that. But they just, like, if one lands on me, I freak out inside. Like, you know? Ugh.
We could talk about the movie Glitter. That was really nasty and gross.
I never saw that. Was that good? Let's watch Glitter.
Also, I'm having to field a lot of the bot is trying desperately to keep all of this nastiness.
I don't know
in our
why
chat.
Lightning Balls has a bot, honestly. Like, if somebody wants to do racial slurs, we'll just get rid of them and block them. But, like, otherwise.
I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll just
Yeah.
turn it off in the future. But
But yeah, let's see. Okay, does anyone have that weird... I don't have this per se, but, like, some things do freak me out within the realm of it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's, like, I think it's a phobia, but it can also just be like something that you're like inanely disgusted by, is that phobia of like things that have little holes in them, you know, like a honeycomb or
Oh, okay.
like a coral or whatever. And
Oh.
like I didn't know that I had that until I saw and this might be a trigger warning. Until I saw somebody had photoshopped like a woman's like nipple area, like areola on her like boob or whatever, with a sunflower. So it looked like there was like seeds coming out of it. And then
Ugh.
like somebody, it was just the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. Not in my whole life, because you know back in the day when rotten.com was the thing that like
Oh,
you'd go to
yeah.
because you're a teenager and you have like free
Ugh.
reign of the internet because your
Oh,
parents
God.
don't know what it is yet. But yeah.
That was like the worst. Rotten.com was just it's
Oh yeah,
everything.
it was
If you're not
weird
familiar,
shit.
guys,
Don't go.
it is exactly what it sounds like, and it is exactly as bad as you would think it is.
Yeah, and like I couldn't handle that stuff. But I think the worst thing I ever saw on Rotten, and this might be like insanely mild, because like I know what was on that site, I just never looked, you know. But the grossest thing I ever saw, because my stupid cousin Michael, who might even be in this chat room, who knows, showed me like a hand that had been severed off, like here,
Ugh.
but then it had also been cut in half. So
What?
it was just like the grossest thing, you know.
Jesus.
And like Tub Girl and Lemon Party, like Dazzendorn says, like that stuff doesn't bother me. Like sex stuff, I don't care. But like just like gross gore stuff, like no thank you.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see a dead body.
Well, like
And
the.
it,
Oh.
bleh.
All right, now we're
Bleh.
getting there. Now we're there.
Yeah. Now we're there. Now we're there. Now
Blah.
I've grossed myself out. Now I can taste. Like you guys saw my pug earlier. One time I was in the passenger seat of a car, and he was standing on my lap, and he had his feet up on his front feet on the dash. So his little like butthole was like, you know, pointing directly into my face, and he farted, and I was talking, and like the fart went into my mouth, and I could taste it. And like it didn't taste like poop because it wasn't like dog poop, it was a fart, but it tasted like how it smelled, and it smelled like rotten Chef Boyardee.
Oh God.
So that was the thing that happened.
That's so bad.
Yeah, that was great. So
Nasty.
I don't know, I think like in my life so far, and I don't want to jinx myself obviously, but like I haven't experienced that many gross things, TBH. So I'm glad. You know, but that's like, I think that's like objective depending on what kind of person you are. Like maybe I do gross stuff every day that might gross out people, but I don't know because it's not gross to me, you know?
Yeah.
So who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows? Maybe, I think, to be fair, just in general, human beings are gross no matter who they are.
Yeah.
We are all gross. Animals are gross. The world is gross. We are just disgusting.
And that's the moral of today's.
Yes. No, the moral of the story is it is okay to go ass to mouth sometimes in the heat of the moment. So yeah,
Sometimes
so
that's okay. Well,
sometimes that's
see,
okay.
that's right up the alley of this.
Right up the alley.
Yep.
Like straight
Yep.
down and up
Right.
and down.
That's perfect for this because that's something where there's a final topic for you. Things that a lot of people would find gross, but other people just find really hot or a turn on.
That's
And there's a
true,
lot of
that's
that. Scat
Like-
porn, easy example.
It's like when you really are into somebody, no matter what your preferences are, like if you are so into somebody, you don't mind the thought of like sticking your whole face like between their butt cheeks
Yeah.
and just like, you know,
Yeah.
going to town. Like that's fine.
Platinum
And,
Monkey
like-
says it's my right to eat ass as an American.
Yes, it is. That's what they told me when I finally crossed into America. They're like, this, welcome to America. It is your right to eat that booty like groceries and also buy groceries at Whole Foods. Those are two separate things, but you can do both of them
Yes.
because you're in America now.
And also have a gun. Yeah, that's.
And also shoot whoever you want, pretty much. Anybody.
Eat the booty like groceries.
Yeah. And then also save money on groceries at Whole Foods.
And save
This
big money
video
at
is sponsored by
Menards.
Whole Foods. It's not though, because I don't think
I kind of wish it was.
I wish it was too, but I don't think that like we'd be able to talk about like poop and then still be sponsored, right?
I think it depends on the sponsor, right?
Like that poopery stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good example.
That might work.
And also,
It's
like, you remember how, like, the beginning of Smodcast with Kevin Smith, that they had all kinds of advertisers
Dude,
that were smaller
if
and
we
like.
could be sponsored by Fleshlight, my dreams would come true.
That would be awesome. Yes, that would be pretty fun.
That would be amazing.
But poopery, that's a good example.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to be sponsored by topical advertisers.
Yeah.
So this is the Gross Show. Last week was Rule 34. I don't know who would sponsor Rule 34. Next week will be relationships. Yeah, I guess, you know, I don't know who would sponsor this. This is a little nuts. We are
See,
a
we
unique...
have trouble finding sponsors. I don't know why. We're good at doing things.
Yeah.
We do 2 shows a week.
Yep.
Lagging
Ball's now sponsored by Vagiclean.
Hey, Magiclean, if that's a real company,
Vagiclean.
hell yeah, give me a lifetime supply. I don't care. Just give me something. I could be getting something for doing nothing, except I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing lots of stuff.
I'm just gonna cycle through our last couple of GIFs here because I picked out a bunch and
Okay.
we're running out of time.
So, we're out of time now, but guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I didn't freak any of you out or gross any of you out or anything like that. But if you're new, we are Lagging Balls. We are a Blizzard Games podcast.
Yes.
This is not our podcast. This
Right.
is where we come once a week to bullshit for an hour and hang out with you guys. Hi, Pat.
Yeah, Adam and Eve.
That'd be great.
Or
That'd
Adam
be
and
wonderful.
Steve.
Yeah. Or like Pornhub.
Take all
or...
comers.
Yeah. But yeah, so we talk about Blizzard games like World of Warcraft and Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm and Diablo and Hearthstone. But it's all explicit, but it's all very positive. But here on the LBS, we just talk about whatever we want. And today we talked about stuff that grosses us out. And I think this is kind of like a conversation that we definitely could have expanded upon. But I'm also kind of glad that we didn't, because it was going to a dark place.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to get thrown off of Twitch. Because, maybe someday Twitch will hire us. And they'll be like, please don't ever talk about
Please don't ever
that stuff again.
talk again.
Yeah. Actually,
We've hired you to shut you up.
Yeah. We will give you money to stop talking. And that's when
Please
this
stop.
goes. Legit, if Blizzard
You can
came
buy
up
my
to me,
silence.
Blizzard, the company, came up to me and Blizzard was like, stop podcasting. I'll hire you. I'd be like, you got it, Blizz.
You got it, dude.
If Blizz was like, do whatever I say and I will acknowledge your existence, I'd be like, you got it, Blizz. I don't know.
All right.
You have to be passionate about things,
We have to be passionate indeed, and we are passionately out of time.
That doesn't make any sense.
Sure does. We are out of time.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Yeah. Out of time.
Cool. So are we moving into the post show now?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
We're going to bring up the music. Hold on. Just give it a second. We're going to cover us up for a moment. Here you go. Check that logo. Whoosh. Lagging Balls. All right. Let's move these lagging balls off of the screen, out of our faces, up to the corner. If you did notice that the LB logo here is quite nice and all jiffy-like, that's because our listener and supporter and fan and friend Imith, who we also got to meet, and Guildmate, who we got to meet in the second guild house at BlizzCon this year, is also a graphic designer who happens to be very talented. So she made that for us. We've been looking for an opportunity to use it, and I'm still learning how to do this whole OBS thing. So this is kind of the first day that we're showing this off. Oh yeah, the whole OBS thing.
Obs.
Obviously.
Yeah, thank you, Emeth, for that. I love that. I love the way the balls kind of jiggle when they're finished spinning.
That's the best part.
Oh, it makes me jiggle. Not really. Actually, yeah. Yeah, you have to be careful when you have massive boobs because just like anything will set those things off. You know, like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer goes to the doctor and Dr. Hibbert like gets his fat going and it just keeps, and he's like, woo, look at that blubber fly. And then Dr. Hibbert's like, cancel my 1 o'clock. It's like that. Like you just have to be careful. It's like
I'm gonna
back in
start
the
you
day,
jiggling.
yeah, back in the day I had to worry about you know those like pencil sharpeners in the wall and you'd have to go to the fucking front of the class to sharpen your fucking pencil if you didn't have like so you're like and then like your pencil's like super cheap because you're really poor, because I was really poor, and then like the wood would get all splintered and then you'd like your pencil would be like this long and it'd come back and be like this long. But yeah, so I just fucking like go up there and it would just be like fucking jiggling around like nobody's business, and like I'd literally have to like stop them with my hand, and like going downstairs and going upstairs and like rearranging my seat, you know, like just it's just all the time, you know? It's just all the time.
Yeah. I can't relate in quite that way, but I understand.
No, you don't. Nobody understands my pain. Welcome to the post show, everybody.
Should I turn on some lit for you? Your own worst enemy?
Yeah. It's no surprise to me. I am my own worst enemy. 'Cause every now and then I kick the living shit out of me.
Winchester, thanks for the grats, bro.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Normal is down ski.
We got it down. We made it lay down and behave.
And we've got people in here from the raid team.
Hi, raid team. Proud of you.
Alien Socrates. Zog's in here.
Smoke alarm is going off and there's a cigarette still burning. Shit.
LJ was writing that right as you said it. No, that was good timing.
Nice. Nice. We got this.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming, guys.
Why? Yes, and Zug was there with us too. I don't know, like, Pat, are we like officially telling people that we're like together? Like this? But then with also the rest of the raid team? In my head, it's just like this, but it's like with all of them. So.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's great. Screw you.
Well, I don't know. You were there too, I guess.
I get no respect.
No respect. No, but yeah, no, that's a fucking good raid. I just want to get back in there. Like I would do that all weekend if I could.
I'm stoked to see Heroic.
Oh fuck yeah, Heroic's gonna be amazing. It's like a double team with a dozen folks. Pat would know a thing or two about that, or a thing or a dozen about that. Wouldn't you, Pat?
About double teams.
You know, double team supreme. If you like the D, not just the dicks, but like the tenacious D. You know, double team supreme. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing that Pat told me the other day. Did you guys know that he's a pimp?
Yes, clearly.
He is, but not like a lady pimp. He's like a man pimp. He pimps out dudes.
He's got a fleet of dudes.
For money, yeah.
For money.
For the money.
For
not
money.
just for the pleasure, but for the money. Not for the fun of it, for the money. So he, you know, it's like you're working hard for the money, so you better treat him right. You know, like that song. You know.
Yeah.
But that's how he can afford all those nice clothes and shoes. You know. And those giant wide brim hats that he was wearing at BlizzCon, like I was like, wow,
that's why he was carrying around that cane.
Exactly.
Okay, it all comes together.
It was his pimp and stick, you know.
That's why there was an 8-ball on it.
Yeah, and that's
why his shoes were so high.
He's like, "This, don't make me use this," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, you know, slapping me a little bit. It's like, Oh, you got a pimp in hand. That's
Yeah.
okay. That makes total sense
You
to
gotta
me now.
keep your
I
pimp
get
hand
that.
strong.
Exactly.
And
Like-
that explains the platform shoes too. Because
Yes.
like I just thought that maybe, dude really dug the 70s, because like
Yeah, I thought he was like
fashion's cyclical,
right? But,
but
no.
it also explains why he was talking to that gaggle of dudes over like on the backside of the buildings and stuff like
Yeah.
'cause-
That also explains why he
Gotta
hangs
keep 'em
out
in
with the
line.
Lords of the Storm so often.
Yes. Platform shoes with a live goldfish in them.
Yep. Pimping out multi TBK and Gizmo. I mean, I'd buy them, sure. They're coordinated. Two of them are daddies. Everybody loves daddies. Like dads are in these
Oh
days.
yeah, they
you
are.
know?
2 of them are daddies
Yeah,
now, huh?
daddy Zords.
Like legit daddies.
Huh?
Speaking of, you played that game.
Dream Daddy?
Yeah, Dream Daddy.
Yeah, I was explaining that to somebody at work today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
To the
there's
esports
just, like,
crew?
Yeah, there's just like so many questions. It's just like, why don't you just get it? Like it's a good game.
Yeah. The bros would never do that.
They
I
might.
sincerely
I
doubt
don't
that.
know.
You think anybody that you work with would do that? That's
I think they all would.
open-minded again?
They're cool bros. Yeah.
Yeah?
They're cool. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
No, they're cool.
My opinion of all of them just went collectively up all at once.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. But yeah, no. it's a
Hashtag
good
Zug
game.
Life.
Zug life.
I'm gonna get in on that. I want to get in on that.
Yeah, go for it. Like, if you want to be a pimp, I
No, I just mean the hashtag.
won't judge you.
Hashtag Zug Life.
Or if you
I'm
want to
down with
get pimped out, I will not judge you. You know, because like sometimes you need to make a dollar.
Listen.
You know.
What I do on Moonguard is my business.
You know, I asked
Okay.
Pat if he wanted to go to Moonguard with me like last weekend or something, and he said no for some reason.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's like I thought that would be like right up his alley, like
Up his
straight
alley.
right up it, yeah, just right up it. But I don't know. We'll get him in there at some point. Just do it for the show, Pat. Just like, because
Do
every
it for the
time you
memes,
go,
bro.
every time you go to Moonguard, you come back with a good story. You know,
Definitely.
you just go in there, embrace it, and like every time we talk about like going to Goldshire and Moonguard, I have to stress, if you're gonna go do that, please do not go and ruin it for people, you know?
Yeah.
Like don't make them feel bad. Don't ruin what they're trying to do, you know? If you're gonna go do it, enjoy it, like have fun, play along, whatever, or just go to see it. Like it is a spectacle, like it is a really unique thing in World of Warcraft. But please, like don't make people feel bad and don't ruin their fun, you know,
Yeah.
just because you're not into it, you know?
Yeah, just because
Like,
you don't
it's-
like the scat porn that we were talking about earlier, like, doesn't mean other people don't.
Exactly. Like it's just, you know, just go and experience it, but don't make anybody else feel bad about it because it is really serious to some people.
Zafira would
So-
go to Moonguard with me. Thanks, Zafira.
You guys should go this weekend at night.
LB After Dark.
Ooh.
Is that our late night show? But this show literally started at fucking 11 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's like midnight now, so
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
I don't know. You want to call that a show?
yes, I'd say that was a show. That was a show.
Let's call that a show.
Good for the show.
Ladies, gentlemen, and I use those terms very lightly because you're here hanging out with us, so clearly there's something wrong with you. Thank you so much for coming. You guys are the best. You guys literally, the fact that you show up or care about any of this stuff is awesome and amazing. Each of you fucking rocks. Have a wonderful Friday night / Saturday afternoon, and we'll see you out there.
Will we?
We will.
All right.
Bye.
I love you guys. I love you.
Let's turn up the music.
Ow.
We're gonna ride out on this.
Love you guys.
Riding that out.
Ow.
Yeah. Get that 80s vibe.